Okay, here I am, back again. And I guess I'll turn that back up and turn the sound off on my headphones. So, um, yesterday where I left things off is I had the script set up that was supposed to go through. Here's the script. It's supposed to go through. I wanted to get this year in the first 4 weeks. So games from the first 4 weeks of this year. And this would go through and get it. So off the bat, there's some issues. One problem is it doesn't need to plot every time because the plot pops up and then it won't proceed to the next step until you exit out of the plot. So I think I'm just gonna tell it to maybe show the plot for 5 seconds or something. I forget how the time module works. Python 3. I think wait, import time dot sleep 1. So I guess it's 1 second. 5 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Okay, cool. So pause this for a second. So we could say plot.show. Where is that? We gotta find where we show the plot. Oh. It's in games too. So and then plt.show and then time.sleep 5 plt.close. Okay, now the plot will close without us having to wait for, without waiting for us to close out of the window. So, let me pull up my notes, write down some notes of what I want to do today. So, today, I want to troubleshoot data issues. That's my main thing. And so what are the data issues? So just looking at the plots that I got yesterday, this happens a couple times. What is that? Is that the plot? Oh, it's still running. Well, we could stop it from running because this doesn't matter. Okay. I keep trying to control C, but it's just not working. I guess I'll have to wait. So there's a few things. One thing is the problem with the data I'm getting. I have to figure that out and what to do about it. And then the other problem to figure out is how to do the script, because I don't want to have to keep going back and getting every game. That would be a big pain in the butt. How to do the script so that it handles for when the data doesn't read in well. And so I don't know why this thing's going so slow, but I could start just looking at the data. Here's a good example, Minnesota versus Green Bay. Now some of these are from me interrupting it, but I don't understand. Yeah, I guess I'm just a little confused on how that plot happened. That looks like a good plot. That plot failed. But when it fails like this, it seems like that's because I moved my mouse over the screen. So So what do we call that? Verify. So I call this an end fail, is when it gets some data but quits before the end, and the last bit of the graph is a straight line. Okay, so that's what I'm going to call an end fail. Data point fail is when there is a seemingly misaligned data point. And we want to know what to do in those sorts of situations. So this would be an example of a data point fail. What is happening there? We could go to the game, ESPN.com, NFL. It's Atlanta versus New Orleans, September 11th. Guess that was for Thursday Night Football last night. Derrick Henry was always doing those jump throws. So, Atlanta, New Orleans. There's New Orleans. Okay, cool. So now if we go to this game, what is that data point? Why does it get that? So something's happening where it's reading in the data wrong, because that is just obviously totally wrong. New Orleans starts out as the favored team. It might be with plotting. My hope is it's just a plotting problem. And then I could go into my data and it's fine. So here's the data for that game. Same plot. Now I wonder how that happened. That is really weird, man. So there's something that happens in the data refinement that messes this up. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, I had to go to the bathroom. Okay, so so I have to figure out this data gap. Um, when I look at this data, New Orleans versus Atlanta. Oh, yeah, it's obviously something. Something's obviously going wrong. It might be mixing up the home and the away team. Maybe my method of determining the home and away team isn't perfect. Because I'm going to look at the plot again. So if we make this plot, can we find that data point? Point 57. Huh. So if it says ATL, so I'll have to look at how I wrote that. The cleaning data part. No, not there. Oh, it's in here. Games 2. Well, first off, New Orleans is the away team. Should say New Orleans win probability. That's why the Python wasn't closing earlier. So it should be a plot of New Orleans win probability. Yep. Okay. So it has to do with where I clean the percentages. Get date, save data. So percentages, I gotta fill in, elements. Graph XPath, percent XPath. Okay, let's get percent XPath. So at least we know it's reading the data right. That text. Oh. No, that should still work. Because it does percent.text 0 to 3, so it should be NO space or NO and then something else. Oh. Okay, so I'm just gonna open up a new folder. And I'm gonna call this folder troubleshooting graph prob. And we could go in there. Okay, so then we're gonna copy games 2.py into here. And I think that's all I need. Now we could just open it up. Okay, so first I'm getting the URL, putting that in. Now I'm gonna import all this stuff. Oh, here I import pandas twice. I don't know what I need, so I'm just gonna copy over the selenium stuff first. I don't feel like figuring it out. This is just troubleshooting. Okay. So, maybe URL. So now we can do write our service, which is specify the path to the Chrome driver. No. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so service and specify a path to the Chrome driver. And okay, so now we have a web driver. Now let's go get the URL. I think that's how you're supposed to do it, just to make sure that that works. On the script. Yep, cool. Okay, now time to find the element I want, which is the %xpath. I forgot where the percent is handled. Let's go figure out where the percent is handled. Percent is there. Oh, okay. It is part of percent. So percent is equal to driver dot find element by dot xpath. Okay. So now there's a percentage. Okay, and this is what I want to look at. What is the favored team? Oops. So I'm gonna put the debugger in. Run it. What? Okay. Run the script. Now we're in the Python debugger. I can play around with this. So. What do I want to mess around with? Oh, I forgot. What? Yeah. Let's look at percent. Oh, percent dot text. Percent dot text of 0 to 3. What's that look like? Yeah. Okay, so it's NO space. So that's no problem. Because you can do that. And then replace it like I do. Yeah. Favored team is equal to percent dot text of 0 to 3 dot replace. if favored team is equal to self.home, win probability is equal to 100 minus float percent dot text of 3 dot to minus 1. So what does that mean? 3 to minus 1. So something, it is returning the win probability. I know that in Excel, the error happens because this is the right value. These look all good. And here it's totally out of whack. And I can't even figure out what it's doing. Like when it's really at 65% favored, it gives us 5. When it's at 67.5, it gives 7.5. Okay, so now it seems like the rule. Oh. Yeah, it's using a weird rule for this. So the rule looks like it's, take this number here, subtract the nearest multiple of 10, and that's how you get this number. But it doesn't work like that in any of the other files I have. For example, 45.1. Yeah, that makes sense. Philadelphia win percentage is 45.1 if Detroit's win percentage is 54.9. So, So it works there, but for some reason it fails here. If favored team is equal to self.home, so if the home team is the favored team, the win probability is 100 minus whatever the win probability is. Okay, let's see. If we do... Oh, maybe that's why, because we're getting the wrong end of percent. So if we do percent dot text of 3 to minus 1, so that seems like it's right, because then we would end up with 100. What game is it getting? It should be all the way at the top. The away team is 100% favored. Yeah. So okay. Huh. So one probability seems like it's working fine. Okay, so what if we put the cursor there? Cool. Now with the wacky code, it will give 1.2 here. But with the good code, it should be giving 51, not 1.2. So I moved it there. Now let's go here. Shoot. Okay, so we can copy this. Gonna call this something else. %2. Cool. %2 dot text. Oh. So I guess it doesn't update or whatever. Well, NO 100%. What about when Atlanta is leading? Does it do the right thing? ATL, 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 ATL. Okay. When Atlanta's leading, when Atlanta has 53% win probability, New Orleans should be 46.5. Oh, so that's right. So the Atlanta win probabilities are correct. Put this in the notes. Atlanta favored win probabilities are correct. New Orleans favored, error occurs. So, new hypothesis is that error occurs from team name with 2 letters. And I think it is cutting off the beginning. I think it's cutting off the first term, and that's why it's a multiple of 10. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, new hypothesis. So, okay. Where else does this happen? There was one other plot, I think. Yeah. New York Jets versus Baltimore. Oh, well, that's a 3-letter team. That is weird. Okay, so let's go look at this in data. New York Jets versus Baltimore. Baltimore win percentage. Oh. That doesn't look so weird. That just looks like a dip. But we could pull it up. So Baltimore who? Jets. Ravens Jets. Ravens Jets. Ravens Jets. Ravens. And let's go to the Ravens schedule. The Jets. Yeah. Week 1. Oh. So it's valid. That's awesome. So that one isn't an error. So, are there any other 2-letter team names that I've gotten? Detroit versus Green Bay. What's this one look like? Oh, it didn't finish. Okay. So, let's try getting this Detroit versus Green Bay game from week 1. Detroit versus Green Bay. Giants, I know, played the Seahawks, who played Detroit. Oh, but the Giants also played Detroit. What is this? Oh. Wait, what was I looking for again? Oh yeah, Detroit versus Green Bay. Wasn't that week 1 though? Oh, that is November 6, 22. Oh, Minnesota versus Green Bay. Cool. So, we can find Minnesota versus Green Bay. Um, well, yeah, so I wonder if it works for that one. So let's go to Minnesota versus Green Bay. And what's Green Bay win percentage look like? Oh, it quit early. Okay, so good. Let's do this one then. Okay, back to the terminal. We could leave the debugger and go into Python. From game, import games. From games to import game. G is equal to game, and then paste our value, and then g dot get play history. Okay, I'm gonna turn on music and stop talking for a little bit. I'm just looking at this here, trying to figure out what it is, why the permission was denied. Reading ESPN win prob. NFL betting, ESPN win prob, // So // into here, and the data. Oh, because I had the file open. Don't save. Golly. I think it must be because I had the file open. So if I go back to... Let's look in here. Data, plots. That happened again. That's kind of weird. And then also that happened. Oh, I guess that was the game where it happened. Yeah, so anyway, that's weird. Oh. Also a Green Bay game. Let's try to get another Saints game. So... Oh, Tampa Bay. They're also 2 letters. Okay, let's get a Tampa Bay game, see if it gets fucked up. Okay. This music's kinda nice, I'll play it quietly. Okay, and then we're gonna see what the plot for that looks like and see if that's messed up too. Hopefully it is, and then I'll do like one more test, and if the plots of these are messed up, then it's pretty easy. I know that I just have to read separate, or if one of the teams is if one of the teams has a 2-letter abbreviation. Yeah, if one of the teams has a 2-letter abbreviation, then handle it this way, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna let the music take over. I think I just saw it happening. If you look here, you could see when Tampa Bay is favored, it'll say 70.1% or something. It says 0.1. It just takes it to the nearest 10. Tampa Bay 67.8, 7.8, 4.6. Yeah, because I had it print out the corrected win probability. So that's nice. So that means I've corrected the main problem with the data and made it so that it can automate. Now the only other problem with the data is this sort of thing. Oh, I guess I could go look at that Green Bay data. Let's see, sorry, just a sec. We'll go look at the Green Bay data and see if that data is messed up. 7.5. Yep, there it is. Green Bay 67.5. Green Bay win percentage 7.5. Okay. So that's, I found one problem. The other problem, this problem I think is as easy as, you know, check, oops, this one. You know, if it quits, try again. Loop. That will be easy. Okay. I guess we know it's going to fail. There's the plot. Yeah. So anytime Green Bay is in the lead, it's between 0 and 10, and when the other team's in the lead, it makes sense. Oh, Tampa Bay, I guess it is. Different Bay. That's weird. I've never thought about that before. Okay. So let's go into the notes to do troubleshoot data issues. Part of troubleshooting data issues is I have to write a loop for get data, if fail, try again, n times. Okay, so that's one loop that I want, and what's the other way I'm gonna fix the data? Write special handling case for teams with 2-letter abbreviations. Okay, and so now what I want to look at is let's look at the ones that are messed up. So Pittsburgh versus Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is the away team. So Pittsburgh versus Tampa Bay, Minnesota versus Green Bay, Atlanta versus New Orleans. So I want to see what happens. Each one of these, the team that has an abbreviation, the team with the 2-letter abbreviation is the away team. So I want to see what it looks like when that team's the home team. So if we go to the Bucs schedule, oh, oh, KC too. There's actually a lot of them. Okay, well this should be interesting. So I'll do this first and see what happens. Okay, then we could do g2.get play history. And there it goes. Alright, I'm gonna let the music take over again. I forgot I could check. So if we look at this while it prints out, what's it look like? Yep, 85.1, 5.1. Let's see if Tampa Bay switches to the lead. Come on, Tampa Bay, take the lead. Oh, I guess Kansas City won this game, probably. Yeah. Probably not gonna turn it around. So it pops up, and then it doesn't go away. Huh. Okay, so is that it doesn't, so. I could just try. replace is, so you basically take away the space. So would it be a space? Let's say, let's move that 80 pixels. So I'm gonna send it to the quad. Oh, and actually, yeah, that'll give us a point in the middle of the game because it just goes to the quad. So that'll be pretty easy. And this is graph. So, 57.2. Heck yeah. Just to double check that one, that was both. Okay, so that should do that. No. Now didn't notice these springing up down here. Just to make sure, we're gonna back to here. Check. Data applied. Okay. Now we're gonna erase the SB. Bugger. done after the drill quits. Okay, so we can say incomplete or complete equal to false. Then you can say while complete equal to false. Actually, I don't know. It's just copy the extra. Okay, so that's always when the string is going to be CSV file. So then we can say after it quits, well, dang it, check data. Okay, check data. Check data. So check that now. what I want to do here is now I want to know whether this this worked or didn't work, and I want to return a true or false value to tell us whether or not that worked. And the reason I want to do that is when I do the games of the week, and I collect my results. Scrape results for ID and self.IDs. Oh, try. Just a sec, I'm looking at this. So I already tried to do this here, but for some reason I feel like this didn't work. Try self.game.getPlayHistory results.append. So this is get data, and then in scrape games. Oh, so I did put data in a results file. But okay. Well, cool. So now I have something that at least goes back and tries it again if it isn't complete. And if it does fail after 5 times, then it will tell us. And then I could do the results file thing later. This might take care of everything. So, I am gonna put music back on and let this run. Well, let me think. I'm not gonna do that just yet. Let me think where we're at. So troubleshoot data issues. Right loop for get data, if fail, try again n times. Just did that. That's what we just did here. Try again 5 times. Okay. Special handling case for teams with 2-letter abbreviations. Did I check that? And did I do that? Oh, I think I did it, but I didn't check it. So now we have to check it, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, so might as well just go in and try to get that Atlanta game. So from games to import game. Or really any of the games work. Chiefs Buccaneers is good, because that plot looked pretty awful. Oh, I guess I didn't pull it up. Chiefs Buccaneers. Oh, I guess I quit just because I knew it was failing, if I remember right. So I want the Chiefs Buccaneers game. Oh, and there's not even any data. Good. Data. There is data. Okay, nice. So there's a really ugly thing. Really ugly table. Really ugly graph, I mean. And so then g.get play history and let it run. Alright, I'm going to turn the music back on.
the first flight of the orbiter Discovery, and the shuttle has cleared the tower. Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
Now I'm just gonna go check how the stream's doing. Well, actually, I'll be right back. So it's fixed, right? Starts just below 50. Yeah. Looks good. And so going back, I think this means I should be done. I finished troubleshooting data issues, wrote the loop. We'll see if that works when the test for that will be when I do my scrape games.py. Write special handling case, did that. And now we just verified that it works. So very cool. Add that to completed. Scrape data, write code for reading in odds data, write live script. Yeah, so the data problems are all good. I think I'm gonna end the stream. Once I end, I'm gonna go walk my dog again, and then it's gonna be time to, I'll just let that scrape games script run, and then come back and see how it looks, and fingers crossed it looks good. Thank you for watching and tuning in. Bye.